Excuse me. I don't know. Anyway, that was random and unwarranted. Now that we just got to 10 minutes, I'm really sorry. I'm going to cut it short. I had a good day yesterday, sort of. It was like slow and easy paced, so I just kind of slid through it. Yay! The drama is still going. I don't know. I gave him another chance, and I specifically asked him for I don't know. Oh, it was chicken nugget day. So I asked him for more, like I called back for more chicken nuggets. And he just looked at me and then he walked away. And I'm like, really? You're going to ignore me? You're not going to do your job. You're going to ignore me. Mature. So now I act like he doesn't exist. I'm like, if you want to do that, I can do that too. Fine. You know what? You're going to get in trouble for not doing your job before I get in trouble for not doing mine. So good luck with that, buddy. But whatever. Stupid. Just drama all the time. There's so much hair in my face. I'm dying. Look at all of this. Look at this tuft. Can we talk about? Do you see this? My hair so just cut it all off. I don't know. You said you had pizza in your fridge, and that sounds really good right now, but I'm so lazy, and I don't want to go get food, but I want food, and I don't know what to do with my life. I think I'm going to play The Evil Within. Oh my god, I have to tell you. Why am I yawning so much? I looked up falconry. This has nothing to do with The Evil Within. This is something different. I decided earlier this morning, because I lied earlier when I said I just woke up. I had actually gotten up at like 6 when John left to go to Catskill this morning, because he was all like, scared the poop out of me. I was like in a deep sleep, and then all of a sudden he was like right above my face, and he's like, I'm leaving now. Goodbye. And then kissed me. And I was like, what the fuck? Because I didn't know what was going on. I was like, have a good day. And it was not a good time. So then I was up because I got terrified. So that's a thing. And I was like, meh. And I guess when I wake up randomly, I think of random shit. And I'm like, I want a falcon. Because I just want, well, not a falcon. I want a hawk, really. But same thing. They're raptors. Did you know that? I feel like I knew that, but had forgotten. They're classified as raptors. That's just beautiful. But I looked up falconry, and it's apparently like a really big deal to get into falconry. You have to be an apprentice for 2 whole years, right? Before you can even like be considered for a test you have to take, which is 100 questions, and you have to get at least 80% to pass it, right? Okay, and then you can't even take the test unless you have a mew, which is what their cages are called, which is not cages, it's an enclosure. It's like usually the size of a living room, I found out, which is crazy huge. I didn't know they were all that big. But like, you have to have a mew set up, and you have to have everything ready for your falcon before they'll even let you take the test, right? So if you fail the test, you're shit out of luck because you just spent like $300 on a cage that will never have a bird in it. No big deal. I keep saying cage, enclosure. Will never have a bird in it. And that's sad. But like, but like 2 years with an apprentice, right? And then the test, and then if you pass it, you can there's like different stages, like, and you're still considered an apprentice, and you can choose between a peregrine falcon, I think, or red-tailed hawk, which is what I really want anyways. So like you start out with those two, and then I think it's like a year later, or there might be another test or something. There's like 3 different levels, and it's like, yeah, it's a year, because after 12 months you can switch out your bird for another bird, which I'm like, well, how would you want to do that? That's terrible. But you can switch out, and then like after a year you have more options of birds, and then after 2 years you get like another option, and then I think 3 years is the total. You can pick not whatever, obviously, but there's like a select list of things that you can have in each state. It's not different in each state, but like obviously nothing endangered. Go figure. But like, oh my god, Eric, come on, so bad. And I was reading about how you have to train them. Like, you have to man them, is what it's called. So like the first 2 weeks that you have a bird, a raptor, that you have a raptor, you have to man them, which is like keeping them in the house with you, because the more that they see and get used to the family, I guess the more that they're willing to accept you as family, which is awesome. And then like after 2 weeks you can start like training them, and you have to have the glove, obviously, and like you put food in like in between your fingers, like, you know, like you hold food, and then you like whistle, or you have to have like a signal noise that like lets them know, hey, food, and like get them used to coming to the glove for food so that they think they're gonna get a treat every time they come to the glove, which is cool. And then like you get to teach them to fly distances, like you start moving really far away from them and having them fly to the, oh my god, it's just so cool, and I just really want to. I need a house with a huge backyard in the country so that I can have a beautiful hawk and we can go micing together. How cool would that be to walk through the field and be like, go get yourself a mouse, and then watch that beauty fly and be like, I'm going to get me some lunch because that's Mother Nature. So that's random. Anyway, so that's a thing. One more thing before I go because I mentioned it earlier, so I'm going to finish it. Coherent thoughts. Evil Within. So I started playing it, right? I was like, I'm gonna totally rock this shit because it's super fun. And okay, so you get like, I don't know. It's in the first chapter. I didn't get very far. I didn't even get to save. So I'll put that out there. It's gonna be a good story, right? Okay, so like you're like running, and then the chainsaw guy disappears. I don't know how far you watched with John, but like after you get in the sewers and everything, and then you come back up, and then like you go into a room, and he's like, there's a glass wall, and he's like on the other side. He's like, with a chainsaw, and I'm like, fuck. So I like turn around and I see a locker, and I'm like, I bet you I can hide in that shit. So I got in it, and then he comes in, and it's like a 3-minute long sequence of him destroying shit around the room. And I'm like, this is taking really long. He's gonna fucking destroy my locker. I'm gonna be really pissed off because I didn't keep running. And I was like, shit, 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 shit. But he didn't. He destroyed the locker next to me. And I was like, wah, and then went into the next room. And I was like, cool, that's right. You leave me alone. So then he's in the next room. Like, there's a hallway, and it's like it's almost like a classroom. Like, there's a wall and then an opening to a huge area, and then another wall, and then a hallway that you can walk up. But anyway, I just straight up ran across, ran past the doorway. Didn't even think about it. And as soon as I passed the doorway, like the character you're playing goes, oh shit. And I was like, oh no. And then I was like, obviously he saw me. So I like booked it down to the end of the hall, and there's another locker. So I hidden it, and I'm like, he didn't see me. It's fine. He doesn't know where I went. So I stood there, and then like a minute later, he comes walking around the corner and then comes up the hall, and I'm like, you didn't see me. There's no way. And he like stops in front of the locker, and he like stares at you, and I'm like, okay, walk away now. It's cool. You don't know I'm in here. And then out of nowhere, wham, with the chainsaw, and I died. And I was like, angry. So I was like, whatever. So the second time, I was like, I'm going to be smart and sneak this time because obviously you're supposed to sneak. Crazy. So I was, crouching along, sneaking. And then there's a glass bottle on the floor. And I'm like, oh, obviously you're supposed to distract him. So I pick up the glass bottle, right? Not once, not twice, not even 4 times, Eric. 5 times I threw that bottle right into the goddamn ceiling. Just whoop, right above me because I thought that I would just signal, hey, I'm right here. Come and get thou. So he obviously every time was like, hey, I know where you are. Rah! Like decapitates you or like cuts your arm off and shit. And I'm like, oh my god, stop throwing it on the ceiling. And then the last time, the 5th time that I threw it at the ceiling, I like swiftly booked it because I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I got angry and I ran. And then I'm like, I'm just gonna zigzag this shit like a gazelle and he won't be able to fucking catch me. So I started zigzagging and it was fucking working. He kept swinging and missing me. I'm like, that's right, you fucker. You can't catch me. And I was really excited. And then I like turned the corner and it was a dead end. And I was like, shit, 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 shit. And as soon as I turn around, cut my head off. And I was like, And I just threw the controller down and I'm like, that's it. I'm out. And I just turned it off. I was so done. 5 fucking times. I can't even... I don't know. There's probably an aiming thing, I'm sure, but I'm just too stupid to figure it out, and I was panicking at the time, so I was like, just gotta throw it real fast so he'll go the other way. And it just never worked out for me, so I was like, So that's the thing, and I thought that I should share how much I suck at video games, because apparently I suck at video games really bad. So anyway... That's that. Good to talk to you. Thank you for sharing about work. I appreciate it. I hope it gets better for you. I'm gonna yawn again, because apparently I'm forever tired. Now that I have trumped your video by a couple minutes because I'm crazy insane, goodbye.